There are so many little details tucked into this journal, and over the next several weeks, I'll be sharing every one of them with you. Together, we'll build the Regency Collection Journal, one page, one project, and one idea at a time. I'll share my creative process, the techniques I use, and the little design decisions that help bring each page to life. Some projects are simple, while others are a little more involved, but each one plays a part in creating the finished journal. Whether you're creating along with me or simply looking for inspiration for your own journals, I hope you'll enjoy the journey. So let's turn the page and see what we're creating today. Hi everyone, my name is Mary Lou, and this is Create Junk Journals with Mary Lou. And guess what? There's nothing here. See that? However, I am still working on the Regency Collection Journal. And today I have a freebie for you guys. So in this throughout this series, I have about 4 freebies that are popping up. They are also part of the main collection, but if you are choosing not to purchase the whole collection, then you will have those 4 freebies. So I do it on a weekly basis. Once a week there's a freebie. Once the next freebie comes up, the other one will be removed. So this is the freebie for this week, and it is Thomas and his lady in 3 different poses. And I thought they would be lovely, and I want to put them into the journal. All right, so I have a piece of acetate here. But I've used it on this side, and now there's like globs of paint on here that are not making it very smooth. So I'm going to use it right here, and I have some stamps here that I want to use, and they are like brocade stamps. And I need my journal, or do I want, I don't think I am brave enough to stick it straight into the journal. I think I want to grab a piece of paper that I can stamp onto. So this is the first one, and this is nicely ratty on this side. I will use this side, I like it the best, and I want to use some of my Paper Artsy gold paint. And I don't need a lot, just a little bit. And I need a paintbrush right here, and I'm just going to brush it out so that it's kind of, I can just pick up the paint like that. I hope. Okay, I'm going to grab a stamping block, and I'm going to stamp right into that gold paint. And I'm just going to move it back and forth a little bit so that I get a good amount on the stamp. And then I'm just going to stamp it onto the paper. And it does work. It's very hard to see on camera, but it does work. So, but I'm going to try and see if maybe I can just paint right onto the stamp. I know I'm going to have to really scrub that stamp very well after I am done. So I'm just dabbing the paint kind of on there. And I will just stamp that on here. Yeah, I think this just gave me, oh no, it worked. it worked. I don't know if you can see it. Like, it's got some globs, but it also has some beautiful paint structures. So it's just going to give me a little more interest than if it was just a coffee dyed piece of paper. I'm going to have to spray a little bit of water on here and rub this down so that the paint doesn't get drying in there. And then this can just dry for a moment until I'm ready to use it. The other thing that I want to use is the 2 sheets that I have right here. So these are part of the kit. This one is more navy and this one is more pinkish. So I have one for the lady and one for Thomas. And I'm just going to cut them in half like that. And do I want to do more stamping? No, I don't think so, because this already has the beautiful brocade design on it. So I think what I want to do is just dilute my gold paint a little bit. Like that. And just mix it really well. Use up all the pieces, all the bits that are everywhere. And then I kind of want to brush it over this. And I know, like, this is just a printable, but that's okay because I printed it off on 32-pound photo paper, and that means that the ink for me is staying put. So I can go over it with a wet medium like this gold paint, and the ink is not going to run. So now I just get the background is that beautiful brocade, and the top layer has like a little bit of a gold wash. And I think this is a great example of why I keep saying that I am printing it out on the photo paper. Right there. Okay, so I'll show you. Like, it now has a beautiful gold shimmer and shine to it. And I'm going to do the same with this one. So all 3 are now dry, and you can see how different every single one of them is. But you can also see the shimmer of the gold in it. I really like how this looks. But I think that I want to put it upside down. I like the design coming down better, and then I can take, where did Thomas and his lady go? Really? Oh, right here. So then I can put them right there, and the gold is kind of in the background behind them. I do want to add something extra to this. So I want to use a little bit more to this for this one. And I have this beautiful velvet ribbon, and I think I want to put a strip of this velvet ribbon right there behind them. So I'm just going to cut that off, and I'm cutting it a little bit longer than what the paper is. And I'm doing that on purpose, and it's going to stay that way. That way, when it goes into the journal, then this will be glued down onto the paper, and then it's all kind of pulling together. The other thing I want to use is a little bit of lace. Actually, like, it's a really pretty napkin, not a doily. I don't know why I said doily. It's a hanky. It's a hanky. It's not a napkin even.
but it is really old, so it has stains and everything on it, and that's what I want to use. So, and I don't want to use a ton of it, so I'm just going to grab a strip and rip it. And I'm going to rip off all the edges. I just want this to have lots of fun texture. So you can put this here. And I'm just going to cut the big holes off right here, there. And I want it to be really nice and frayed, which it's doing automatically. So I'm putting that down, right like that. This can go kind of over top. Oh, this is lovely. I don't know if you can see this, but it is like the velvet is just, when I cut this little piece off, it is just shorter than the hanky. So then the frayed pieces are coming out from underneath, and that just makes it look extra cool. So yeah, I like that. I am going to stick this down, and I'll just use a little bit of the fast grab tacky glue, just a strip, just a little bit like that. And then I can lay the napkin, or the hanky, I mean, in there, flatten it out, and then I am going to put, this has like a satiny back, so I'm just going to put glue all the way along that satin back. This is very, very old style velvet ribbon. And I want to make sure that it is going to be well attached. And I will stick this in place so that it is straight. Just like that. Oh, how lovely. Now, yeah, and the feel, I don't know what it's called, of the velvet is going down, so that's perfect. That's exactly how it needs to be. So then when I put these two on here, look how beautiful that now looks. I may want to put a little bit of color on it though. So I have this, I love this ribbon, and I may just add that right over top of that velvet. So you can feel the velvet on the sides, and then this there, like that.
Oh, how lovely. Let me zoom you in so you can see this a little bit better.
Yeah, that looks great. So I'm going to cut this again at a diagonal. Right there. And then I am just going to give it a little bit of glue, but I may have to go over this with the sewing machine as well. So I'm just going to do a little quick strip, a little quick bit of glue right down the center. And I will stick this straight as we can get it into that glue. Oh yeah, beautiful. And then these two can go right on there. So I'm going to ink around these two. If I can find my ink, it's right here. So I'm trying to keep most of the journal as flat as I possibly can. So I don't want to create too much bulk. So like buttons and things like that all create a lot of bulk. Eyelets and the thing. I don't want that. I'm creating the bulk with the fabrics and the extra paper and all of that. So it's kind of a soft journal, and I don't want it to become too heavy and too bulky. It needs to be a super elegant journal. Okay. Then we'll glue this up. And then stick them right there. Grab my bone folder and really stick them down. Like I want to make sure that they are attached to the page. There we go. How lovely is that? So I'm going to do something similar to the other two, but I'm going to do that off camera. The only thing I'm going to do still here is round the corners, probably just on this side, because I won't be able to reach. I don't think I can reach this side anymore. No, I can't reach that anymore. So that's okay. And I want to ink around the outside as well to give it a frame, and then it can go straight into the journal. I may still sew around it. I don't know yet. So I am just going to leave it loose in the journal for now. I do need a little extra glue right here because the ribbon is coming loose. There we go. So there we go. I will get the other two done off camera, but they are going to go into the journal just like that. Thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to hit the subscribe, the like, and the hype button. And I will see you again the next time. Have a wonderful day. Bye.